Hello there, welcome to my third match of the season against Tracer. Click start game. We've upgraded trails, sewers can help that get thin, otherwise draws, I mean not that that's draw, that's not draw, but yeah, there's not a lot. There's some of this trash for benefit stuff. You could forge trails, you can just upgrade trails into bakers and have bakers be thin. Gains are fairly limited apart from forge, so you can have forge and upgrade forge into province as a potential ending move. Other than that, there's not much. You could have some taskmasters just because it's probably not going to be too hard to be gaining a 5 each turn. But the action won't matter. It'll, I guess engineer's down in here, or not engineer, whatever this thing's called, blacksmith. So yeah, that may come in. If we do town criers, which I guess seems likely, we'll probably be hungry for draw, so okay. Alright, I revise the evaluation a bit. Blacksmith could be important. Anyway, I think you go upgrade opening. And then maybe you just pair it with a town crier. It gives you a shot to go for the, if you have the draw for it. Okay, Sears also makes a lot of sense though. You certainly want a town crier at some point. I guess you just take Taskmaster. I don't know, maybe you take Silver. They're not super different. In that they both are kind of underwhelming here at the start. You could at least you could maybe even turtle your Taskmaster until you reach a point, and Camel Train's fine too. I guess this is just like a non-activated trail. Tracer gets to activate the trail and shuffle, which was a bit of a gamble, I suppose, but not the scariest thing ever. How do I feel about keeping this estate versus losing it? There's definitely I keep wanting to call them engineers. The blacksmiths are for sure have some appeal. I'm not totally clear on the camel trains. I guess you can exile trails and then they still get activated. It may also give you some angle on may potentially give you an angle on blacksmiths with a particular draw. Tracer appears to be moving into that world. Into the world of blacksmiths. Okay. But does only pick up one there. This is sort of the no, that's not gonna work. Or that's not gonna do particularly anything. There's a plus action thing you can get here, I suppose. You trash the sewers. And then if the camel train is on top, then I do get I guess it's still possible anyway. Kind of have to stop here though. Isn't ideal, but gotta buy this. Oh, no, wait, that's not what I want to do. I guess I could rotate them. Is that good or bad? I mean, Trisha's gonna get the other one. That's not gonna be difficult for Tracer to manage. So what's better, a world where we have just one blacksmith or a world where we each have one? Or we each have two? Tracer's definitely a little ahead of me. So in that sense, it feels like it's better to rotate away. Nobody has two town criers, so rotating to town crier is a bit of a risk. Let's do this. I guess I could have sewer turtled it as well. Did Tracer turtle that one? I don't know. They're doing that here. Yeah. We do have I guess Elder is like okay. Not super great, but it's Elder. It's fine. It's not great, but we see some upgrade chaining here probably. For sure, definitely ahead. If I have a good turn here, I'm at least still in the, you know, the half turn whatever window, but if I don't have a very good turn here, then I'm probably more than a half turn behind. I should have an okay turn, like that shouldn't be a big deal here, but let's play this. This is kind of the issue though, is trying to figure out what sequence to go with here. Because we can just, I mean, we have a big hand. We can just blacksmith for cards just to try and get a little more. We're not going to do much better than that just off of this now. Okay, that's cool. Pretty sure I still don't want an elder. This turn anyway. And I think I'd rather do the double trail thing than get another upgrade, because we can get the upgrades this way. We do need to save, I guess, $4. Yeah, so this play doesn't really do much for me. We can turtle this or not. I guess we could turtle the upgrade instead. Actually, let's see if... So we're gonna have 3. This is maybe part of the question. How many of these do we want? Because the ones we do the turtle with, then we can't upgrade them into things. It seems like having 4 would be pretty good. Having 4 targets. I think I don't do one of them. We're not gonna have there's no village issue. Maybe it was even wrong to even react or to even turtle the next one as well. We may have enough. I don't know if there'll be enough upgrades to make full use of it, but I don't know where we ended up. Tracer still has a estate. You can do some trail, or you can do some like upgrade 5 into farmland, trash a trail, gain a gold or a farm or whatever. Gives you some more expensive fuel stuff. Just as a possibility. Which is basically just stuff that you turn into forges that either get upgraded themselves or you forge whatever. The Taskmaster is gonna actually be kind of nice. IMO. But maybe able to get, I don't know, you don't get a huge amount of use out of it. I was gonna say Tracer could probably get 3, maybe not, but maybe it could get like 3 elders here. I don't know how good that is. Probably all right. Not going for that though. This will be turtled, I assume. I don't think we have. I don't think anyone's gonna have a super clean like duchy line pile out. We just don't have. I mean, it's not like Fortress, you know. Doesn't function quite the same way, but emptying those is brutal for me. I'm gonna have to figure out. Really, the only thing I have going for me is nothing. But beyond that, what do I have? Okay. So I need to score points. Tracer doesn't have mills either, which you kind of maybe need to handle the... This had a lot of pile out. I mean, it has like a lot of pile out potential for maybe like actions. But maybe not a whole lot for victory points. I guess mills can be exiled. That's kind of nice. There's still potentially a bit of a draw problem for Tracer. I just draw 6 here. Okay. You might be asking yourself, why Elder? And, you know, that's fair. What do we have here? Okay. Am I gonna have 7? Is Trish just gonna pile out if I don't score anything? Oh, golly. I might want to lose this. I don't know. It's not a huge deal. Turtle that guy? Nobody knows. Can get the golds. Not sure that's correct. I think if I'm getting the golds, I for sure want to just spend the copper and trash the copper, but you know. What can you do? Look at all these trails. My gains are at like four-ish action cards is where I'm kind of at. Potentially farmland could be gained, or farmland can be gained in addition to some action card, but that's about My limit. How did I get a farmland? Oh, I bought it. Classic. Classic farmland buy. Just the old-fashioned way. Baker turtle. Look at all this stuff just turtled. Alright. Yeah, okay. You never know. Sometime their blacksmith might be the 13th card, and then their turn is like a little bit worse. Not enough worse, of course, but how are we doing all this? I don't think I have a pile out. I don't think I literally can do piles, and of course I cannot do that and take the lead. I guess I kind of have to play for a dud. I mean, obviously I lose the long game. I don't know exactly what that looks like. So that's always a bit annoying, but I'm gonna do sewers, then I'm gonna do trail, and I'm gonna, because I think, if I set aside, or if I gain a duchy, I think for sure Tracer can just pile the duchies. That seems more or less guaranteed. I mean, at this point, Tracer can empty the bakers anyway, right? Well, one fewer camel train, but still surely possible. But if I believe that I need to play for some sort of dud, it's hard to imagine what a dud means whenever you're setting aside this and then the rest of the deck is almost entirely cantrips. What does that mean? Play for a dud. So you have to play for having a good turn? I don't know. Man alive. Where's my other thingy? This is my grand plan. It's really good. It's a really good plan. It's one of the best plans ever hatched. I have 2 upgrades. I don't know. What am I supposed to say? Tracer's not gonna mess this up, so I'm not a miracle worker. And in fact, there are no miracles to work here. I can't even score. Like I'm sure I didn't play my turn to get the max score. I'm sure that I messed that up, but Like what? What do they expect from me? What's the most stylish? I don't know. Maybe you do know Victory. Maybe that is the most stylish. I can believe it. I could be convinced of that. What is the riverboat? Rogue, wow. The old Rogue riverboat. I haven't played a Sinister plot game in just 10 years, maybe. Canal. There's like a bunch of crap. This is not a very good board. I don't know what you do. I mean, you can do like Curse Village draw stuff. I suppose that's what you must do. I don't know. I'm gonna try look out plot, but I mean, it's not like pendant. You could make. It's just hard to. Let's like whatever. Maybe have a pendant. I don't know. It's not notably different from gold. You're gonna use your cursed villages as like necropolises. Some amount of time, because you probably still take caravans just because they're pretty spammable. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Riverboat seems real tough. Anyway, it's not my it'll be fine. There's stuff to do. There's cars to click on, but it's no, not gonna be the most. Tracer also gets the plot a little sooner than me. I could activate it. It's not totally insane to activate it, but or I guess I couldn't activate it there. It had no tokens. What am I talking about? I'm not sure caravan is correct, but it seems at least not crazy. The old witch. Tell you what, this witch sure is old. Let me just draw two. Do we go into the, I'm actually not sure old witch is correct, but if we do this, if we do the mint, it's not totally crazy. So we just need 5. Hopefully we find at least one in the caravan. There's like a nightmare shuffle here where we don't find either of the caravans here, because I think I activate. Well, I mean, it's just 50-50. I think you activate. Yeah, you trash the estate now. Not ideal. By any stretch. But still workable for sure. Okay. Do I want the Cursed Village? Probably. It's like Cursed Village, or you go for the. Let's do the Cursed Village. Envious is not. There are probably worse ones, but. Buys Mystic, huh? Doesn't find any of those. Okay. So this is copper. I would have loved to actually have a. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter. No, I think I actually would have liked to have an old witch plate or a Margrave, because then we get a trash out. So there's a copper in here. Man, this Envious is making me mad. 1, 2, 3. We can get 4. Which I suppose is what we do. Because we can't, and the order we drew this in was also a bit unfortunate. If we had the mint in hand, we could get to 4 here and do a trash. But as it is, we cannot do both. So the question is whether we wait on a trash to pick up a caravan or pick up a whatever thing, a whatever thing. It would let us maybe. 9 is kind of nice. I don't know. Oh, we do get to draw it. I wasn't counting hand size well enough with the Cursed Village there. This is better. This is slightly better. I would have loved to take a canal here, though, But such is life. Okay. What did I discard? Copper, silver, caravan. Yeah. Well, we would love to trash. What's the order you do this in? I'm not sure this was correct, but it's going to work out. I don't know the order here. Or if we take the silver. This is not clear to me. The silvers are going to become a bit of a liability at some point. I was kind of fortunate. Or I guess Tracer still has a lot of coppers, so to see some junk wasn't weird, but well, I guess I gotta blow it up. I have to get to this stupid stuff. Right, we're at 9. 9 is fine. We don't need to do another mint. So that was unfortunate, but I really needed to play the Margrave. Okay. That wasn't too bad. There's something to be said for just buying another Margrave. So I don't really have the money. I mean, if I just keep getting silvers, I can do it that way. The pendants are worth as much as the gold, but they're not worth more than gold until the gold is actually obtained. And then in the weird situations where we don't find, or if we ever trash the copper, then the gold is better. Oh, don't know. I could try and pick up a temple at some point. This didn't pan out as far as not being sad here. That's the way it goes. It could be worse. It could be a lot better. It could be worse. If we draw 2 cursed villages, then it's pretty bad. Or like 3 caravans, whatever. We're very likely to just draw a bunch of unplayable action stuff. There's still a lot of treasure, but or at least there's gold and copper. Goes for the riverboat. Feeling riverboaty. Incredible stuff there. What if I counter with my own riverboat? And then I guess I'll do this first and see what world we're living in. Oh, this is a... Oh, never mind. I thought it was a bad lookout because it seemed a little slow, but... What's my last card? Is it a curse? What did I... Discarded one curse? I trashed it. May not play the old wedge. I thought... Well, I guess I thought wrong. Is the main moral of the story there? I really need a temple. There's still another cursed village, I think. I'm not playing the riverboat next turn. Oh right, the silver doesn't even get gained because canal. So many river boats. Riverboat is like the slowest rogue you can ever imagine. I mean, I guess once you're playing 2 a turn, it's not super different, but wow. All right. Do this. Do this and play this. Do we just lose the... Do we play the look? What is our curse situation? There's just 3 total. Oh, no, wait. I keep forgetting about miserable. But miserable and this are now counted. That's why I messed up the curse count as I looked it over my thing. Anyway, these 2 cancel out right now. So I do have 3 curses in the discard pile. But there's a lot of other stuff too. I wonder if it's worth it to lose the lookout here to just draw a little more. Of course, that didn't do a whole lot for me, but... Okay. Well... Oh, greed. Ye old greed. Tracer's gonna get back the cursed village. And then... The next turn might get an attack in on me because I won't have played my riverboat yet. War is okay. There may be something to getting a temple and trashing it. Three riverboats are gone, in fact. Or four, I mean. So. So maybe some value in playing more of them. I don't know. There's not a third pile, right? I guess just the riverboats, but. Oh, I meant to buy the temple. Oh well. Probably better than buying the riverboat. There's something here with the mint and the gold but probably you're just looking for temple trashes for hand size decreasing if you can get it. How did Tracer know to play the witch this time? It didn't play it the other time. The world wants to know. All these riverboats. I think I can outpace it, even if they do start hitting some stuff. I don't. Who picks? So now I have 3 curses. I'm 1 up minus some at 3 curses. Okay. If we trash 1 turn, we'd probably be okay. It's a real puzzler. Gets the temple. We can just add token. I swear. Thank you. I was almost very sad, and I didn't want to be very sad. To be perfectly honest, I wanted to be happy. The riverboats are low, but Tracer doesn't have much in the way of gains. I do have a plot turn I can probably double pretty easily. And potentially triple. Um, I say triple. I don't have $21, but you know, I have like I have $14. I think there's a lot of silvers, and at least a couple gold in there. Okay, so can't really complain about this too much. So we each have 4 cursed villages right now. Or Tracer maybe has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or did I have to discard? What did I discard? I don't know. Nothing's clear to me. I'm playing that classic Curse Village Caravan Treasure deck. It's really really good. There's definitely something to just having more cursed villages. What's in here? There's like diluted, which isn't horrific. I used all my actions there. Could kind of like to play a Margrave or buy a Margrave the next turn, but I will not be doing that. So then he just gets the mystic back. That's funny. It's like a really convoluted it's like a Catacombs-esque thing or something. That's kind of funny. Trisha has so many points from Temple. I don't know if Margrave Duchy may just be more or less guaranteed. To be perfectly honest, because I don't know that I can double and that will probably shut that out, but doubling does, I don't know, doubling's really not guaranteed either in any sense, I wouldn't say. So just based on my turn last time, because I probably need a Margrave rather than the thing I did get. I mean, I can draw a bunch of cards, but goes ahead and buys the riverboat. So I can win here? Guess we should see what happens here. That'll be the old witch will die. Right, if I get to Temple Trash on Curse is 2 points, and then Estate Buy, or Riverboat Province, I just need $11. I mean, obviously this takes away the Cursed Village draw, but I'm not getting any more than this anyway, so I just have to get down to as low as I can and then How do you see the most cards here? I only need $11. So you just trash all of this? What did I discard? 2 silvers, gold. You might want to play the mint. As itself. Because you may need a reshuffle hit. But should have the actions to do it. Oh, I'm deluded. Boy. Oh boy, I'm deluded. Man. That's a good one. That's really a good one. So I probably should have just played the riverboat and not trashed it. I probably had enough actions to do that. It was a little weird. I do almost have triple. I'm a little up on those. Yeah, well, okay, I went forward with the plan under, the premise that, you know what I went forward with the plan under the what premise, but Tracer doesn't have a lot of money. I don't know, does Tracer have 14? This is not terrible as far as what we could have here. Would have been real funny if envious was harmful, or if whatchamacallit was harmful. Can't even afford debt, so I just have to get to the $4 and 2 buys. All right. I'll take it. Tracer's thing was so low powered. That I don't know. I don't know if there's a window. I mean, Tracer had so many coppers for a long time. I don't know if there's like a window for him to navigate through to something a little stronger. But I really don't think the riverboats were the play. I'm not sure I should have even deviated into that, but It's like you have $2 or $3 or whatever with the canal, and you have your Margrave, so you take it because it's probably better than nothing. But this is like a kind of a low-powered King's Court board. The draw is just a little weird, and the payload. I mean, there's stuff to do, but it's not crazy. I think you go church clerk pretty easily. You could double church. I could believe in that. You can do clerk. Clerk is like hand size attack that doesn't interact with settlers. The islands are probably pretty good at some point. Just an angle on. So then the question here is whether you're looking for. I think I'd just take the settlers and see what we come up with. You can buy an artisan here. I don't know how good Falconer is. Period. Am I at second church? I'm gonna have the artisan next time. Guess where is the other copper? Where's the other estate? I already drew it. So let's do this, even though I might be wrong. We're gonna toil the haunted woods, I think. And if there's a settlers, buy it. We can also set the settlers on top. Though we don't actually. We'll probably draw past the shuffle, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe we won't though. With we're gonna have 7 and then 8. I think we still draw past it. I guess the actual question is, you give yourself a shot at hitting 7, and don't toil the haunted woods. Is probably a little better. You could charm then in that case, but. Okay. So we can king artisan and toil stuff? if we go Charm Charm Haunted Woods, that does not quite. Now, that doesn't afford King's Court, does it? It's a dollar short. Maybe this saves you actions and money and lets you still do everything. What's the last card, Church? How many coppers can we set aside if we draw this? Like 2? At least 1. Maybe just 1. But we get a trash and this should be kind of over. Ooh. Okay. Well, we got to guarantee playing this. Excuse me. So the clerk's got to come down again. And then this is like, we can either charm, set aside 2 and charm, I guess. We could whiff on King's Court Settlers without, not too impossible actually. The other option is to go double Haunted Woods to really try and push the king stuff and just set aside 1, or actually it's set aside nothing with Church. We could definitely get burned. But we were pretty far ahead. Tracer already. Tracer is fast on the draw on the player order. Okay. Fortress modify, sort of variants of what we played earlier. There's asceticism. No one really knows for sure. They're still trying to figure it out. It's like, do you go with you just go with the asceticism off rip? You might do it on one of your hands. I mean, I guess you can go silos here also potentially. Obviously, the main thing here is just Inventor, Workers, Village, Crew, actually. And you can play with the other stuff too. Not University, that's too slow. You can play with Modify and Falconer, but you may be better off just ripping on asceticism than ever mucking around with Modify at all. Asceticism. I don't know. Good silos here. It gets the silver in. The silver is basically like a trasher here. In some sense. I'm gonna try Inventor and just asceticism opening, I think. These aren't totally clear to me, the fives here. I mean, if you hit Workers, Village into Crew, well, congratulations. Silo does some stuff. There's some silo considerations, but it's all a bit... It's going to be a bit wacky and wild, you know? Okay. We didn't find the Inventor, which is fine. Actually. So silos now is not a great time. We want to play this. How does this work? This is 2, this is 3. I think this is probably just Workers Village Crew with no silver gain. Tracer might need to take silos, to be honest. Okay. I might want to take... What do I got? I have Inventor. The other option is to just trash a bunch. But we really would like to get to... It's Crew Inventor, and there's going to be a crew on top. So we really need a village. Try to find a village, but it's going to be really hard. The other option was to try and trash more stuff, but like these The silver inventor crew were already up there, and there was nothing to do about it. I'm finding the inventor hurt a lot. Well, you know, it all hurt. We still have a good tech, but so we're gonna get one shot at a card here, which is not ideal. There's like it'll be 2 of 7. I guess we get more than one shot. We get 2 shots at a 2 of 8. Well, roughly. It changes after the first one. But you can silos first to try and hit a village. And then be sad. Okay. It's just the way it goes. If Tracer can't gain in play, it's not maybe the end of the world. I don't know that I can gain in play, though. We had maybe, I don't know what it works out to, probably around a 30% chance to hit it. I'm not sure on that last turn. I feel like you don't need to complicate the buys too much here. Like I would probably just buy Workers Village Crew if I were Tracer, to be perfectly honest. I guess you have to think about asceticism. Maybe that's the thing. I really hope I find another crew as I draw through, because there's a village in the end here, and then we'll see. Doing a little cleanup, and then a crew, I suppose. Maybe action. Well, they gained a worker village. I don't know. I actually had 3 workers villages in there, didn't I? These last 2 are both workers villages. So it's actually 3 of 8, and then if you miss that, 3 of 7. So it was not all that hard to hit. Unfortunately, we didn't. Okay, now the client is slowing down, which is pain in the butt. Great. Great, excellent. Really good, cool. Thanks, Steph. just try a refresh or something. It's probably not. I probably. Tufta has also got our backs. Okay, so this lets me actually know what's going on here. So I've trashed 2 coppers. Tracer's trashed 1 copper in the lucky coin. I've drawn deck, which is cool. I like doing that. Big fan of drawing deck. The other stuff is now we have to figure out. Okay, so we don't. Tracer has. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So Tracer has 6 worker villages and 1 inventor. So 7 gains plus whatever Tracer can chain, which is not a whole lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, wait, okay, so 7 buys, which is a lot of buys. 7 buys, 1 inventor, so maybe like 8-ish gains, 8, 9. Again, Tracer doesn't have a lot of draw, so that's a bit of a limiter. I should probably just get as many fortresses as I can. Roughly. Tracer could suck up some inventors. If they kick off. We could just go 4 fortress inventor. Which should at least have the threat on 3 I don't think Tracer will have the villages, but I don't think the draw to do the gain and play stuff. Maybe, well, okay. Let's think about this a little bit more. If we do 2 fortresses, we could go fortress inventor. I am low on actions is the thing. I see. The trashing is expensive because it's 2, and then I'm trashing money, so that's also gone. And I need villages to do the overdraw stuff, but also if I just whiff, then that doesn't help. So, we go 1, 2, 3, that's 6. That leaves 9, which could trash 1 copper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that doesn't leave us with a whole lot of inventor plays, to be perfectly honest. So probably enough to pile. Maybe. It's very expensive to pass on the... I was overdrawn a little bit too. I'm not 100% sure that's safe. This is all the draw now, though. So now Tracer will have to green a little bit. I have 5 buys. I don't know. I don't know. It is difficult for Tracer to like build beyond this in this. You can do modify maybe. Game of Fortresses. I don't think that's safe. At all. But I guess you play for a dud. Because I have 5 buys and 3 inventors. Yeah, I guess Tracer just played for the dud. I should trash a bunch with a set a CS whatever. This command requires host privileges. Okay. Was that game 4? Okay. 5-2 is fine-ish. Well, maybe with tax, maybe it doesn't matter so much. But you can get, I don't know, does tax have a plus buy on it? Tax should just have plus buy. You should just, if you have extra money, you should just be able to tax whatever you want. So Tracer's going to be able to get the stockpile and the masquerade. I could just take the relic, but the issue is that masquerade is really good. So I probably just have to bite the bullet. would be sad. Still plenty of shuffles for things to go awry. I don't know what the final deck looks like. You could do Litter, Wine Merchant, I suppose, would be like reasonable looking payload, assuming we're not like 3-piled. Well, besides stockpile, a third pile doesn't look super likely. But Litter seems like it could be good. IMO. Take a run. Well, this is not good. this is quite bad. But I'll tax the relic, I suppose. Oh, okay. That's where my masquerade is. It's there. That's where the masquerade lives. Oh. Cyrus gets really kind of work this table over. I'm sure there's just some bug that he can't get in. I don't know why I revealed this particular bit of information, but I guess it would have been pretty clear regardless. Maybe you just go for the Litter. Why not? Live a little. I'm gonna draw it. But please don't draw a Litter. Please just draw one of these 3 estates that are in here. And a copper. I'm begging you. I'm begging you, Masquerade. Holy cow. Well, whatever. This is workable still, I suppose. Oh, look, it's 3 estates. It's the classic 3 estate hand. Okay. Hands have been so weird. The idea here is to trigger with Mask and Litter in there, so hopefully we don't draw one of them off one card. But we'll see. Actually, don't. I don't super love the Wishing Well. Very much of this has been a huge bummer. But we're gonna eventually have a shuffle that makes me happy, I'm convinced. If we don't find stockpile, we're not even gonna be able to buy like a Litter. We might buy a Wishing Well at that point. Ideally, though, we find one of the stockpiles and can buy Litter, and then the next shuffle is Dream Shuffle, where we draw Litter, Mask, clean up, we buy a bunch of nice things with the stockpiles. Everybody's happy, meaning me, and it's all good from there. But we've already whiffed on a part of this plan, so I think it was 2 stockpiles too. I do think it was 2/3 there. Well, I'm not sure exactly how many cards were left, but you know, we've all been there. Litter. Just, this is unreal. This is like, oh my gosh. I cannot. I'm sure I've been getting, I can't complain about 3-1. I'm sure my shuffles have been nicer on average, but this one's just been this comic one where like the single card reshuffles are drawing dead terminals or dead actions. That's what's been brutal. One of the things that's been brutal anyway. I assume, I mean, Trace doesn't have to, but I'm going to assume the debt goes away here, which will be at least a little bit nice for me. We're going to have to, this is unreal. It's just unbelievable. It's just a completely insane bottom deck. Like, I'm not trashed. I'm just not thin. And it was still this. We're going to see a pretty small number of cards because of the relic. Relatively small number of cards, given what we kind of were working with. Stockpiles will go. Probably just another. You might take a Pilgrim here. And then you can switch to Wine Merchants and be pretty happy. I think. Maybe take a Wine Merchant already, even if you're like feeling good about the draw. I probably would not have taken the litter there as Tracer, but I don't agree with it, but I don't think it was probably a huge deal. Could have done this differently to pass an estate at the end. I'm not really thinking, but it also did not matter. It's worth noting. Tracer probably just piles on his turn. Very close to it in any case. That would have been another reason to not go for the litter, but it's like fine. I'll just keep the estate for now. It's like a slight annoyance to like piling out, but maybe safe anyway. Maybe easy to do. I don't know how many stockpiles exactly Tracer has here. It's a lot of debt to overcome, so you'd have to get up to... Okay, so it's probably not $31, but you know. You can add the Wine Merchants or the Golds, you know, whatever you like. Wine Merchant probably at least one. Saving some stockpiles. The Masquerade was not... This starting from the 5-2 was sort of everything. In theory, the 5-2 should... The like one advantage of it should be is maybe a little cleaner... Because you play a smaller deck, play the Masquerade, trigger the shuffle sooner. There might be a tempo advantage in the first like 4 turns, but that didn't really happen. Nor was it like, you know, owed me. What did I buy last time? A litter? Cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool buying that litter. What I need to tax are these guys. Not really, but... I still have a lot of coppers. I don't know how many dead litters Tracer's just holding in hand at the end of these turns. I'm basically playing this one out in a maybe Tracer will totally blow it situation, which is not going to happen. But that's the basic meaning of this play. It's the relic. The card that's on top of my deck actually is in fact a relic. So that's cool. Who would have known? Not me. Not me. What are we at? Can we just pass the estate now? We don't even have enough to buy a province just to like pretend. Just sort of pretend for a while. Here, maybe I can lower these enough that they can be bought out. I don't know how many there's just one stockpile in Tracer's deck. Probably not the money with litters, but you know, maybe. Okay, probably definitely not, but this is kind of funny. The litters don't make very much money. The litter deck still is like drawing a lot of cards, but the payload still not enough to really fully offset the -1 coins over and over. Basically, because it is a coin buy payload thing, the litter penalty is like actually pretty meaningful. As opposed to like, you know, if you're doing some remodel-y stuff or whatever, gaining a bunch of things, then the debt wouldn't be as impactful. But here it's basically payload versus your engine, in some sense, which is kind of funny. When do I get to get something good? There we go. Yeah. Now I'm really playing Dominion. Okay, so we can have, oh gosh. Yeah, like here I just actually don't have hardly any money. After going through this. Like I can only buy a gold. No, I can buy a province. It's just like why? We do this to do single province decks. And see who gets sad by Masquerade. I don't know. I'm sure Tracer can do a little better than that, but it's time to get bureaucrats, really. Yeah, why isn't Tracer doing bureaucrat and Masquerade pin on me? Those are the real questions. Like Tracer, can Tracer afford another wine merchant will? Or just get a couple wishing wells? If your wishing wells hit, then they can kind of, maybe you don't have to play a litter, and then it's a bit like having money, the wishing well if it wishes. Because you don't quite need to play them all to, ooh, buys a wine merchant. Tracer does have, even from that point, enough to do double province, so that's pretty good. Everybody loves that. Good double province can't be hardly beat. I don't remember really what I bought. Probably doesn't matter a whole lot. Oh, well, I didn't need to do that, but I don't really have a way other than, well, this turn Tracer hopefully can just buy out the wine merchants and we'll be done with it. That seems good to me. Get the estates. No, Tracer's a 1 point stylist. That's his go-to. My fleet game made me do that ever again. Not that it was the same thing at all, but nonetheless, We can just put it on the Sears and we can just go to town, you know. That's one way to do it. What do we have? Basilica. The issue is that then I do unlock Tracer potentially just getting Basilica points just for free, which is I don't super love doing for my opponent. If Tracer has the on Tracer's $4 hand, then Tracer can lower this Sears to 2 or to oh, I guess that doesn't work. Unless they have the 5-2. And if I don't do it, then I'm just the one without a seer in the opening shuffle, which also seems not super great. Family vendors non-victory. All right, so unless Trisha does have then the 5, then that does do that, but this way it's not necessarily a huge deal. Trisha can wait though and kind of plan around his stuff a little bit more. When to use that old token. So 3 is really kind of crappy. I guess the advantage of a silver here is to get Basilica points, which isn't terrible. Oh, okay. Imagine if the seer was in the hand. There's a real terrible thing that could happen here, which is Tracer getting a bunch of conjurers and me not getting any. But since it went that way, I still can get my conjurer, and it's okay. Hooray. And then we do this. So I'm gonna get this will be a $4. That can be the village, so that can be the fortress. This can be, well, it's not super meaningful. It could be either one, but I mean the order could go either way. But let's say we're gonna go with this now and then do the fortress the next turn, and we get the Basilica points, which is pretty nice. Tracer didn't find Seer, which is nice. We split the Conjurer. Someone could get a Sorcerer, but I don't think it's probably worth it because you just pick up a Lookout and then... Not while we're trying to get through the draw. So I think not double Seer, but Seer Fortress is the play here. Hopefully a nice draw. Not like that. That's terrible. That's terrible fortune. I actually don't have all that good of a shot of finding the fortress. It's not bad because of the Seer finding Seer, but... The curses do hurt. But there's probably, if a person has deck anywhere near deck control, then they're pretty harmless. The Seers are just so much better here. One thing you can do, I guess, is if you lose the Seer split real bad, you can lower them all the way past 2. And then the Seer deck is worse, but I don't know how. Yep. That's about right. So there's like, I don't even want to think about how many there are in there. Oh, that's really bad though. For Tracer, not for me. Okay. Okay. So the only extra gains then at this point are going to be like dismantle. I guess you can dismantle Lich. Is kind of cute. The golds aren't very good though. Is there no plus buy? I guess you just draw it, you do another trash and draw it up and then use your worm on the last one. Do it like this. Tracer's had god-awful turns. What are we doing? We can get a lot of the estates. I'm wondering, when do we put in like a dismantle? We can almost dismantle like a silver into ironmonger or something. I would like to save $5. Maybe just $4. We could also lower the golds. I've trashed 5 copper. It's 5-1 on copper trashing. I maybe should have put the thing down on mill. I don't know. It's okay. A lot of Vault VP here. Trish doesn't even have a silver. I think we can probably pretty reliably I need to remember to stop a little sooner, like here. I would like to get to 10 to buy province. X. I don't think we need. Okay. This is underplayed a little bit, but it's not gonna matter. So we should be able to empty ironmongers and His states. And Tracer can't score 15 points even. Tracer can score like 12-ish. 12, 13-ish. Has to play for a dud for sure. This hand will not dud, but all right. Thanks for watching. Pretty. I got a huge advantage. It was in the turn game before that. Tracer got a huge advantage. Can't say it was a nice sear board. It's a very nice sear board, but it played itself a little bit. Oh, I need to stop recording. Whoops. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you all for my next one.